Hello and welcome back to another episode of Jacksonville Jaguars Film Room. Today I want to break down the biggest play from the Jaguars' Week 7 win over the Saints on Thursday Night Football. And that play is, of course, Logan Cook's fake punt in the second quarter. The Jags faced 4th and 2 with a minute 33 left in the second quarter. And they were on the Saints' 46-yard line, and they were up 14-6. So feasibly the Saints could have gotten the ball back, scored a touchdown, and a 2-point conversion in the 90 seconds before halftime to make this a completely different game. But instead, the Jaguars call a fake punt, and there's actually a little bit of confusion at first because Andrew Wingard tries to bring over Tim Jones in motion. You can see Wingard kind of giving the step to bring Jones in motion, but Jones ends up not going before the punt happens. And so Doug Peterson said later that they wanted to get Tim Jones in motion and then sell like he was running vertical and then go out to the sideline. But because this Saints player right here crept up to the line of scrimmage, Tim Jones was unsure whether the fake punt was still on or not and whether or not he should come in motion. So even though Dewey gives him the motion signal, he ends up not going. But he still goes inside after the snap and cuts back outside for a completion and a first down. And the Jaguars would go on to kick a field goal with just a couple seconds left in the half and win the game 31-24. So let's watch it one more time from the start of the all-22 angle. Cook fakes as if he's going to punt and then is basically just watching Tim Jones the whole time to see whether Jones is actually going to run the route. And not only did Jones run the route, but it was a really good job of creating some separation, getting him out to the sideline, settling down for an easy completion. And here's what Logan Cook had to say about the play after the game.
Has to call it off if you don't get the look.
No. Dewey's pretty much quarterback on fourth down. He kind of runs the show, and we didn't have the look, and so all the interior guys thought we were punting the ball, but I guess at the end of the day, as long as me and Tim were on the right page there, it worked out. So
they all thought it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, but at the end of the day, they had to protect anyway, so it worked out. And Tim ran a great route and got wide open, and just kind of floated it over there to him. Oh yeah, appreciate it, but that's kind of a dummy's throw there. You know, he ran a really good route there.
Did you get any extra warm-up reps in, knowing that this may happen this or pregame, I should say?
Oh, no. I'm always throwing pat and goes. You know, halfway because of emergency quarterback stuff, and halfway just because I get bored sometimes. So it's I definitely do probably pay attention a little more in pat and go whenever we have one up. But I think that's I don't know. It's fun. It's fun to do something other than punt sometimes.
Since I came in late, correct me if I'm wrong, you just told D-Rock you guys almost didn't run it?
Yeah, kind of the way punt fakes work usually is you have to have the perfect look. You're watching these guys all week and kind of tendencies they have, and whether a corner sits inside or whether you have a running fake and they have soft A gaps, whatever it is, and so you can call 5 fakes in a game and call all of them off. You don't have the perfect look. So we actually didn't have the look when we went out there. And so we kind of checked out of it, but at the last second, we got the look for it. So I was kind of halfway about to punt, but I was peeking at Tim, and as soon as I saw him throttle down, I peeked out and threw it to him. So it worked out.
Here's what Doug Peterson said after.
Can you take us through the fake punt a little bit? Logan mentioned that it was on, it got called off by the line, and then he saw it and Tim saw it. Is that kind of how it went down?
About how it went down, yeah. As fakes would go, it didn't come off very clean, other than the result. But yeah, it was a design. We had the way the Saints punt return unit would play. We wanted to get our gunners on the moves. We had a little short motion that we wanted to get them on the run where we could snap it, and then it helps the gunner get down the field, right, with a little short motion. And we had a particular play that we were bringing Tim in that short motion, and then he was going to sell like he was going to take off, towards the punt returner, and then he was going to spin out back to the sideline. Then Logan was just going to flip it out there, but there was a little bit of miscommunication because they started out in a double vice, and then the inside guy began to creep in, and so Tim didn't know if it was still on or if it was off. but it was on because Dewey gave him the heel for motion, and so formationally we were a little off. But if you look at Logan caught the ball and hesitated just a little bit, but then saw the fact that the single gunner bailed and threw Tim the ball. So it wasn't exactly how we worked it in practice, but sometimes you love it when a plan comes together.
Last one, if you don't mind.
Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any tips for how to make the video less buffery. I'm sorry about that. But thanks again for watching, and make sure you check out the Jaguar Report podcast. John and I will be previewing the Pittsburgh Steelers game sometime on Thursday.